Hello, my name is Matlati Jujuju and I teach life orientation. So all of this information in this video is taken from Solutions for All Grade 10 textbook, and today we're going to be talking about socio-economic factors in study and in career choices. This is a term 1 topic in our grade 10 askis. So after we just discussed I think the first topic we were discussing about career and career choices and what to look at when you are choosing a career, ne? And then we were talking about you need to look at your personality types, which are being realistic, investigative, artistic, enterprising, conventional, and social. And when a person has a social personality, it means they like to solve community problems. When a person is conventional, it means they just like routines. They don't like pretty much to change. You understand? But that is routine. And then enterprising, but they usually come up with brand new things, they're innovative, you understand? Brand new ideas. They be thinking of selling, thinking of businesses. And then like investigative, whereby there are people who usually good at at science, and realistic are the people who don't feel like who are good at project, and they don't like theories and all that. Obviously, these personalities are well discussed in your grade 10 solutions for all textbook. If you just go on with the term 1 content, I think it's about like 13 pages away from the cover page. I get. And then today we'll be discussing what, okay, since all that since after deciding the career that you want based on your personality type, let's say you chose, or you know what, since I have this investigative personality type, let me just be a nurse, let me just do science and follow nursing, why not? I get. Let me just be a teacher, why not? I get. And now we're looking at, okay, yes, you can be a teacher, there's nothing wrong with that. Here and here is they are the same notes, we have the same notes. It's just that I wanted to rewrite them again here. Okay, so what is here, it's here also. So now that you decided to follow the investigative personality type of yours, and you decided, you know what, I want to be a nurse. Okay, it's fine. Now let's look at the socio and economic factors that may affect you when you want to study nursing or when you are a nurse. I get. And when we're talking about socio, we're talking about the social factors. I get. We're talking about the social factors, including we'll be including human beings, the people. I get. Here are the people. Okay, socially, how do the people do people become nurses? Okay, cool. Socially, yes, we have seen nurses, human beings, to become nurses. Actually, nurses are human beings. Okay, cool. Then are you going to be affected socially by being a nurse? How are you going to be affected socially by being a nurse? So holy nurses, so as a female nurse, how are you going to be treated by the people? Will the community respect you? Will the community see you as a good nurse? Or will community think, I think nurses are better off when they are males and not females? You understand? And also we're looking at the economic side of your career. Or okay, cool. Then how are you going to afford getting into nursing or checking? Is it bursary? Ne? And then also that is the money enough to, you know, to feed you? Honestly, o kgona go lokisa mabaka ka tšhelete eo, yone se ke tšhelete ya gore o kgone go lokisa mabaka na, o yone ba tšhelete ya o no tša o swere. I get re lebetse dilo so. And also re lebetse ka dilo tša o tshwana le bo di-tax. We'll be talking about the income tax. I get what you pay as you earn. I get what is side. I get what is standard income tax. I think the E is for, what is the E stand for? I forgot the E for imaging. I get. And then we're looking at that. Anything that has to do with money. Are you going to be able to afford your living? Are you going to be afford your life? The car maybe that you want, maybe, or even just the car, or even a house. And then the social thing. Are you going to be treated well by the people around your community? What's going on around your community? Do people need nurses? You understand? Do people need you as a nurse? I get when you can be out here changing, right? I didn't do it well. Let me be that kind of a nurse who is good, who treats their patients well and all that. I get. And then let's look at those factors. I get we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factors. Let me start using my pen because then I'm starting to be confused. I get. So I just talked about the topic, or today we're going to be talking about the socio and economic factors in study and in career choices. It means what are the social factors that affect your study, what are social factors that will affect your career choices, what are the economic factors that will affect your study, and what are the economic factors that will affect your career choices. And then we talked about and then we talked about the social, social, we'll be talking about the people, and then economic, everything that has to do with money, anything that has to do with paying and all that. And then let's look at the social and economic factors in the study. Factor number 1 is community needs. Number 2 is finances and affordability. Number 3 is stereotyping. Number 4, accessibility. And then factor mafelelo that will affect you or that should be included in your social and economic factors in your career and in your studies is the impact of what? Of income tax. So let's look at factor number 1. So now that you choose to be a nurse, does your community need you as a nurse? Do we have enough nurses already? Or you lacking? Do we need to that? Or maybe you want to be a teacher. When you feel like I man so bo mem about the man, like honestly bo mem chuju, they don't be teaching well. Let me be a teacher. Ke ruti bana ba ke ba botse ruta. So you understand? Well, man, this community, it really needs good teachers who are going to be able to understand their learners. And since now that I'm a learner, they're lacking the skill, they're lacking this knowledge that I have. And let me just be a teacher. Understand? Oh, community nurses, they don't be doing well. One day I want to become a nurse and I'm going to change it all. And then sometimes you be like, I have a piano, let me do the pianos. Let me do the pianos. I'm gonna be a new DJ who's going to be DJing a piano. This is what we want. Not DJ because probably you're experiencing it and one of the difficulties and you know the solutions. Obviously, there are many more examples that you can give. While you're looking at the factors that may affect your study and your career choices. Or that may influence your study and your career choices. Because at some point, you're gonna feel about, you know what, I want to be a teacher. They don't be teaching well. But do we need does your community need you as a teacher? When are you going to be a teacher? Maybe we'll go to the comments. Does your community need commerce teachers? Sorry, so do they go by law studies at the commerce now? Do they choose commerce as their subject? So yes, you have the motivation, yes, you have the subject. Yes, we have this and this and this and that. But then the community, it doesn't need it. It's possible, yes, you are good at it. But the community doesn't need it. Let's look at that also. When we're choosing our careers. And then number 2, let's look at the finances and the affordability, especially when you go to study that particular career of yours that you just chosen. And then you're going to be looking at go fund again. What is going to fund me? The finances and affordabilities. What's going to fund me? Are you going to use a bursary, of which usually the NSFAS covering the teachers, NSFAS covering everyone? And then usually bursaries are the type of funding that is given to student. You may I don't think you pay it back, but you don't pay it back. Bursaries, you don't pay them back. It's a certain amount. Accommodation is paying for your fees and all that, or you don't need to pay it back. A certain amount of money, maybe offer they can give you 500,000, but here's 500,000. Go to your studies. You apply for it. And then we have student loans, whereby you go to a certain bank or a certain company. Some companies, they do give out student loans, and you go to a student or to a bank and then you apply for a student loan. It comes with interest and then you pay it after completing your studies. with interest, by the way. Oh, just 50 rand, just no patela 150. Okay. And then we have scholarships whereby they can award you. Maybe you're good at a certain sport, or you're good at science, or you're good at math. Okay. And then a certain company or your high school, but let's give this child a scholarship. Okay. And then we have learnership whereby you earn while you are learning. Okay. They pay you certain money while you're learning something. And then also they include what? The they all pay you out your fees and your food. Some of the scholarships, they don't pay you food. Again, unlike bursary. Some of the learnership, they give you money. Again, you earn when you learn. You earn while you learn a learnership. Again. And then number 3, let's look at the stereotyping. Again. We're looking at the social and economic factors in study and in career choices, we have what you call stereotyping. Stereotyping, for example, all men are dogs, all men ain't shit, men are trash. What else? Women can't drive. Makula kamka ke ditsotsi, or makula kamka own a tech shop. That is stereotyping. Another one called black people. All black people steal. Women should stay at home. Basadi ba bilong high. You understand? Women don't know how to work. Women can't be leaders. So those are stereotyping. Now, when as a male choosing to be a nurse, won't you be stereotyped by the community? We can't take you here. We're working with women usually, and you are a male nurse. We can't take you here. Or obviously, you can't be a male nurse. You understand? You can't be. You're not good at it. You won't be good at it. You understand? So now, won't you be stereotyped now, or are you choosing it because are you choosing another career instead of the one that you want because you showered the stereotyping? Like, oh, you can't be a male nurse. What the hell, are you gay? You understand? So people think male nurses are gays. Yeah. Number 4, let's look at accessibility. Would you be able to access those studies now? When you go, are you going to stay near the campus? Are you going to be access when you're studying? Won't you those studies do famatatana? Won't you get problems while trying to get your studies? For example, on campus, is there a campus around? Off campus now, is it distant learning now? Ne? So would you be able to call or find your supervisors or your lecturers on time? When you need them. Or Sancho Tamadi landline, no Tamadi what in order for you to access your lecturers. Another thing, would you be able to walk and go write your exams? If it's distant learning, do you have a network where you stay? 24/7 connection. If you live in South Africa, then you must be lying, because I network. And then we have number 5, impact of, you should be looking at that. The accessibility. Now, would you be able to reach it so easily? Would you be able to get the timetables, the notes, and the question papers, and the learning that you require during your studying, your years of studying? Or you have to get to know people first so that you can get to pass your course? Studying also, whereby you really, really, really need to be knowing people, knowing everyone, in order for you to be able to understand what the subject in order for you to understand. The last one that may impact your another factor that may impact or influence your study and your career choices that we need to look at, which is the last one, is the impact of the income tax. Income tax is the money that all South African basically they need to pay to SARS. We need to pay to SARS, and then they use it to build roads, schools, public hospitals, public schools, police stations, Mabriji, and all that. They use that money from our taxes. And then we have different types of the tax. We have the first one, the site, pay, and provisional tax. Provisional tax is a tax that is paid by mahaslar, people who hustle. Those people with more than one employer. They be working people sending you understand, sending 2 weeks and after 2 weeks say fella o bereka mo o 1,000 nyana o sa reduce nyana o tshwere contract guy. Those are the people who are supposed to be praying what professional tax. I get And by the way, tax is calculated, is drawn, is everything by SARS. When you don't have to do much, all you have to do is register your tax number, register to get a tax number. That's all you need to do, and then you have to include it in your CV, because some of companies, they require you to include your tax number. Sometimes they don't employ you because you don't have a tax number, so you do be applying. I think you can do it online, or sometimes on the office just SARS, whereby you go there and you register, you just put on your details, and then you pay a certain amount of money, and then you get your tax number again. So that when you get paid, but they know, they just put in your tax number and everything's fine, so that you don't be owing tax, because you can owe tax, and you can owe 1,000 or 10,000 or 7,000, which is not nice. By the way, or we don't know where can the shopong every time we call it 7,000 tax. Obviously that it will be too much for you again, so you need to be registering your tax. And then we have payee, which is pay as you earn. You understand? So when you earn a certain amount of money, and then by na mo kore dia lekalelana ona tja hore motho a ne ke gola 5,000 wena o gola 10,000, it means santse ba re tjele the same tax. No, they don't take the same tax. When if you gola 10,000 na gola 5,000, na ba ka don't jela 500, when ba ka o jela ba 2,000. You understand? It's not stable, it's not standard. And then we have the side, which is the standard one. I get the standard one saying, you know what, if you are a human being and you earn 5,000, just know you're paying the certain amount of tax. You understand? Yeah, we side is standard. But anyways, we need to look at that, and we need to know, because they will affect you later on in life, and you just need to know them. Yeah, South African are very important. Again, so thank you so much for watching our video. Continue liking, continue subscribing, continue watching our videos. Bye bye.